Salut YouTube. On sait pas ce qu'on fait aujourd'hui. On sait pas quel chemin on va prendre. Donc je pense que comme je sais pas ce que je vais faire, on va partir.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Je sais où je vais.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads.
Ok, j'y vais.
Great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude, a warning before you go any further. She will lie. Fortunately, we can't just...
Ouais, ça reprend... Ça reprend le dialogue où on en était, donc il y aura peut-être pas de changement. Juste que la cabane est à l'envers et c'est un peu perturbant.
The interior of the cabin is almost into the blade is your...
Non, j'y vais.
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
Ça faisait longtemps qu'on n'avait pas entendu celle-là.
Hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have. Don't let it fool you.
J'ai pas suivi les lives dernièrement, c'est quoi comme jeu? Alors, c'est compliqué à expliquer. En fait, le début de jeu, c'est exactement ce que je viens de faire. On est mis juste sur un chemin, avec une voix qui nous dit, on est là, au bout du chemin, il y a une cabane, dans la cave de cette cabane, il y a une princesse, et on doit tuer la princesse. Et on n'en sait pas plus. Et du coup, avec toutes les options de dialogue qu'on a, on doit essayer de comprendre ce qui se passe, machin. De comprendre qu'est-ce qu'on fait là, il y a plein de choses. Et en fait, ça va mener à différentes histoires. En fait, on va faire un genre de boucle temporelle qui va nous mener à différentes histoires, différentes alternatives. Et essayer un peu de comprendre qui on est et ce qui se passe, quoi. Sans trop te raconter la fin. En vrai, c'est vrai que c'est pas top d'arriver en plein milieu de ce jeu. Salut.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot right.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
On va voir.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Je vais essayer de revenir à un point qu'on avait déjà trouvé.
Give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Et s'il n'y a pas de clé?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Ça ouais.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
On redescend.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to
C'est
her
là qu'on en
mouth,
était, oui,
her
d'accord.
teeth tearing through her limb with the
J'oubliais que c'était
determination
aussi
of a
soudain.
trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Donc on avait choisi de la sauver. Est-ce que si on essaye de la tuer maintenant?
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
Ouais. Ça va...
The
Ouais.
princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
Ça va nous ouvrir une autre route.
Made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure.
Ah putain, j'ai oublié un truc. Bougez pas. Hop là. Voilà, on se remet dans l'ambiance. On y retourne.
Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
Ouais, c'est bien ça, fallait attendre le passage.
Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Ah, bah j'ai pas de choix.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees.
Ok, on laisse un moment d'hésitation. On peut retourner la... Ah. Ah. Merde. Parce qu'en fait, si je finis, est-ce que ça va pas juste être le spectre?
Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling
Peut-être un spectre
hands,
différent, ouais,
rattles
mais je sais pas trop.
uselessly
Donc
against
on
the
va voir.
ground. I suppose you simply lack the princess. Wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into a dark corner of the room.
Je veux avoir un endroit, enfin une route que je suis sûr de pas avoir faite.
Her
On
shining
va voir.
eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out. We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside world.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
J'ai pas le choix, c'est pour les succès.
This is the end, isn't it? Before you can answer, everything goes dark, and you die.
We dead. The Beast. Voilà, c'est celle que je m'attendais à débloquer.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't,
Je crois qu'il me manque plus qu'un seul chapitre 2 après ça.
her warning before she will lie, she will
Voyons, on a qui comme,
she will do everything in her
voix
power
avec
to
nous?
stop you from slaying her. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe.
Allez. Le Hunted, ça a l'air d'être une bonne petite victime aussi, on va pas se mentir.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The blade is your implement.
Ceci dit, il a pensé de suite, elle pourrait se sortir d'ici quand elle veut. Donc si ça se trouve, elle est même pas enfermée là. Oui, parce que du coup, au cas, toi qui n'as pas vu la suite, ce que les voix dans notre tête, les différentes voix qu'on entend, pensent, et ce que moi-même je vais penser de la princesse, ça va réellement arriver. On a ce pouvoir-là. Plutôt, on a cette capacité-là de lui donner des pouvoirs, plutôt. Franchement, j'y vais sans arme. Rien à foutre.
Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk. I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
Rien à foutre, on y va sans arme.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here,
c'est chaud et humide comme si on descendait dans la jungle.
She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost
Elle a encore une voix relativement normale et je suis très surprise.
impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She's certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
Et on voit des yeux brillants à travers les
I can
feuilles.
hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling.
Elle est dans les
You're
murs.
right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
Ah, on la voit là. Je l'avais pas vue.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Je bouge.
You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess.
Je m'attendais pas à ça. Ok, on l'a
In
évité.
an instant, she's pounced on the
Oh la
spot where you
vache!
would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her. Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit, what do we do?
Ok. One for the stairs, non. Have to kill each other. Prestige TD. Qu'est-ce que tu veux?
I want to swallow you whole.
D'accord.
And I will get what
Ça plairait
I
à quelqu'un
want.
que je connais.
You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
Elle veut nous avaler en entier. C'était ça la phrase, au cas où.
Don't ask her what she wants. Just run for the blade upstairs and slay her with it.
Mais elle est à côté. Si on y va, elle va nous,
Is that all
nous
the
bouffer.
advice you have? We don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful. She's just a princess. Don't overthink it.
Mais narrateur, putain, fais un effort. Si tu veux pas qu'on pense qu'elle est un monstre, au moins essaye de nous décrire quelque chose de pas trop menaçant, étant donné qu'on l'a pas encore vu.
She is clearly not.
Bah oui, arrête de dire des fausses évidences. Putain, il est pas malin lui non plus, hein. Pour quelqu'un qui veut éliminer des... Il veut éliminer des créatures eldritchiennes d'horreur cosmique. Et qu'est-ce qu'il fait? Il est con. Désolé, le narrateur, il est con. Pourquoi tu veux me tuer? Bah parce que je l'ai attaqué, j'imagine.
Why does anything kill anything else? She needs to.
I didn't say I wanted to kill you.
J'ai pas dit que je voulais te tuer.
It sounds
Bah,
like she wants to do something even worse.
disons que généralement, quand tu avales quelqu'un tout entier, il ne reste pas vivant. De façon globale.
What she wants only matters if she wins.
C'est quand même des cas
You're
très
not going to
particuliers,
let
quoi.
that happen. She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive.
Ok, le Hunted il est bon quand même. C'est une victime, mais il sait faire.
We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Play dead.
Playing dead. It's unexpected. It could work.
Je suis un opossum.
As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you collapse to
J'ai
the ground,
littéralement eu le succès
nearly dead.
opossum.
She lands directly on top of you with her full weight, nearly crushing you into the dirt, but then... silence. Only broken by the sound of your beating heart. It actually worked, didn't it? Only, what do we do to make her leave? Do we just keep playing dead? She sniffs at you, shifting her weight uncomfortably as her face finds yours. Her breaths are hot and oppressive against your skin.
Elle est en train de nous renifler. Le déviantard de VORED, évidemment.
Have you seen my great big eyes? Because they see you, fledgling. They see your heartbeat
Mince.
pulsing in your
Elle sent
throat.
notre cœur qui bat.
Move, now! But it's too late for you to move. Her jaw unhinges.
On s'est
She
fait VORED.
swallows you whole. I guess that's it then. Isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it.
Ah bon?
You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
Ok.
The liquid cooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin.
Ah mais elle nous a juste avalé cru en fait, comme ça.
Then
Boum.
sting, then
C'est un serpent.
burn as
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
Quand je t'ai tué, j'ai essayé de quitter cet endroit, mais ça ne m'a pas laissé. Ta place est là-dessous. Le monde lui a crié, sa place est là-dessous. Le monde est mieux sans toi.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move.
Ah, elle veut
Her
sortir
footfalls
avec nous.
twisting you helplessly about. Your skin
Elle est pas
protests as the
bête.
corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there
Mais elle
will
va
be
se faire
no
slurp
respite for
par
you
l'autre, du
inside.
coup.
The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you,
Ah.
you don't belong down here.
Ouais,
You
c'est ça.
came from somewhere else. You came from out there.
On est sorti
So I
de
consumed
l'extérieur.
your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
Elle a mangé notre cœur. Ok, d'accord.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Alors, elle pouvait toujours pas sortir, même avec nous sur le
The
dos.
distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here?
Logiquement, il n'y a pas de raison que ça marche pas.
Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do
Mais tu veux qu'on
something.
fasse quoi?
We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her.
Ah,
For we are her.
oh non. T'aurais pu me demander avant de m'avaler
I
vivante.
acted on my will, fledgling, and you acted on yours. The strong triumph, and the weak submit or perish.
I get it. Non, en vrai, franchement, c'est bien joué.
Oh, can I?
J'applaudis.
The click of what you presume to be a door ripples through the layers of suffocating flesh.
Non, c'est bien joué, franchement.
That wasn't so hard.
You feel her take another massive step, and then another, and then... And then... It's gone quiet, hasn't it?
Hop là.
I
Elle
guess
s'est
I
fait slurp.
don't need
Ah
you to
non.
be a part of me. How lucky for you. This place is
Elle a des pattes comme moi. Des pattes d'oiseau. Hop. Manger. Manged.
She's gone. Is that a... mirror? But it feels
Okay.
so bad. Like that thing reeks of death. Okay. I'd like to be somewhere nice.
J'ai withered. It's you. Non mais on avait refait une run.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of all
Oui, oui,
of me
t'inquiète.
is changing.
Qu'est-ce que tu penses de ce vaisseau?
This one is consumed by instinct. A predator pushing those around her to adapt.
Attendez, mais ça va pas, il me manque quelque chose. J'ai quelque chose qui cloche là. Bougez pas. Bougez pas, je suis là très vite. J'ai quelque chose qui cloche. Il me semblait que la dernière VOD c'était... C'était la dernière fin qu'on avait faite. Oui, voilà. La 10. Du coup, comment ça se fait que là, j'ai... Ils réagissent comme si j'étais déjà venu, alors que c'est censé être une nouvelle run. Ah mais c'est parce que j'ai chargé. Mais oui non, j'ai chargé. Au lieu de faire une nouvelle partie, j'ai chargé. Du coup, là, ça me remet à la 5e, je pense. Bah non, même pas. Ça doit me mettre à une qui date. Là, je dois être à la première run de la dernière fois. Bah, c'est pas grave. Allez, I'm ready to go back.
When it is time for us to meet again.
Ah, de toute façon, la progression n'a pas grande importance.
You're on a path in the
Bon.
woods. And at the
YouTube,
end of that path,
il nous manque, je
there's a
crois,
cabin.
une seule princesse. Et je vais aller vérifier ça pour ne pas dire de bêtises et on va la voir la prochaine fois. Je vous fais des bisous.